This is George Sicalius, and this is assignment 4. Um, what? Okay. So this is problem 1. We had to make changes to. Let me look at the assignment. To color selected 3D. No, no, no. Make a class called color selected 3D optimize. A shader. Okay, and it should take one matrix. Um, so three. That's supposed to be the world view and projection. So that would be this. Then colors in its own constant buffer. Um, so this is the actual shader. Um, and then for number 2, I think I had to I had to make shader optimize and modify it so that to only compute as few matrices as possible. So pull this up. Okay, so here are the models that I'm rendering. What I'm doing is I'm sending the view and projection matrix to the shader to be multiplied together. And then this will, the product of these two matrices will then be used to, would be multiplied with the corresponding world matrices for each of the models. So, okay, yeah. So it looks normal. Actually inside of shader optimize. So yeah, here's where I'm multiplying the two matrices together. I'm storing that within shader optimize. And then when I send the matrix, all I do is I multiply the world matrix to the view projection matrix. So that's 1 and 2. 3 and 4. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so I had to make a pre-made model that would that I could use to put the textures on. So this is 4, and then the pyramid is 3. Okay. Stop. I believe the only thing I changed was inside of model tools. I'm actually just setting up the vertices. Partition box. Okay, I'll start with 3. So all I had to do is change the well, first I had to set up the pyramid model, and then I had to set the vertices in order to match with the UV. For 4, basically the same thing. I just recycled the create unibox with repeated texture. All I had to do was change the UV after figuring out the orientation of the vertices. So yeah, that's it. Um, so for 5, I didn't complete it. I I ran into some issues with the size of I'll just show you. So it would render the textures, but it would render them far too large, far too magnified, I guess. Um, so I believe I used the repeated textures. I didn't change anything in the um, actual constructing the model. Showing, actually pulling up shader texture. Um, yeah, so I initially tried to get it working so that I wasn't putting the texture inside of shader texture just yet. I was gonna try and get them working at the same time, just uh, before actually combining them into the shader texture. So yeah, I had it outside, and despite having this set up and this, it's still um, I'm not completely sure why I'm getting the results that I am. Um, yeah. Anyways, that's it. A bit short on content this week, but yeah.